From plain bare feet and kimonos, Japanese baseball has grown dramatically and has definitely impacted MLB. Since the first Japanese baseball players broke into MLB in 1964, did you know it took over 3 decades for another Japanese baseball player to make it to MLB? However, since then, at least one Japanese baseball player has graced MLB each year with their talents. We'll be telling you how the presence of Japanese players has impacted MLB, how some outstanding players have graced MLB with their presence and talents, and some fun facts about Japanese baseball that you probably did not know. So keep watching. Baseball was introduced in Japan by an American professor who was teaching in Japan, Dr. Horace Wilson. He taught his students baseball as an extracurricular activity, of which many of the students loved, and it soon became a widespread game played amongst them. Subsequently, some people migrated out of Japan to the US. They took their love for the game with them. In Japanese communities in the US, they began to form little groups of which they played the sport and competed amongst themselves. However, in those years, Japanese-born players were not allowed to be a part of MLB, hence the starting of their own little leagues to compete with each other. However, baseball has come a long way since then. Currently, if any MLB team wants to negotiate with any Japanese baseball player, they have to pay a wholesome fee to the MPB club the person is in. We believe that's because these MLB teams understand the impact of these baseball players. From opening doorways to upcoming talents to making baseball more known to people around the world and amassing spectators from different corners of the world, Japanese baseball players have been a great inclusion to the league. Let's look at some of these Japanese players and their individual impacts. Let us begin with the first Japanese baseball player to grace MLB with his talents, Masanori Murakami. Masanori Murakami made his debut for the San Francisco Giants, making him the first Japanese baseball player to ever compete in MLB. To develop his baseball skills, he joined the Giants minor league team as a temporary prospect exchange program from Nippon Professional Baseball's Nankai Hawks. While with the Giants, Murakami posted a 3.54 ERA and earned 8 saves over the next season. He quickly became a hero among the Japanese community in San Francisco at the time. The Giants tried really hard to keep Murakami, but eventually Murakami returned to the Nankai Hawks in Japan after the Hawks won the resulting contract dispute. After Murakami's return to MPB in Japan, it took another 31 years for another Japanese baseball player, Hideki Nomo, to make it to MLB. Hideki Nomo made his debut in MLB in 1995 with the LA Dodgers. Unlike most rookies, Nomo did not struggle in his first season. Instead, after the first season, he was named to the All-Star in just his first season, and he was the NL Rookie of the Year. Nomo has a trademark tornado pitch delivery that he developed at a very young age. Just take a look at this video. What in the name of the whirling, twisted, and contorted-looking pitch was that? Just like that, Nomo completely fooled hitters on every team, much to the delight of fans in every ballpark. Undeniably cool, we must say. Nomo finished his career with a 123-109 record, 3.15 ERA, and 1,204 strikeouts, which may not be Hall of Fame worthy, but his presence in the MLB made him an icon regardless. He influenced the pitching style of those who grew up in the 90s, but only a few pitchers have been able to replicate the results Nomo produced in his early career days. Nomo's presence in the MLB honestly saved the league when baseball was at the risk of losing fans, as he quickly became the pride of the Japanese community in the US. He paved the way, opening the doors for more amazing Japanese talents that have graced MLB ballparks. Which Japanese baseball player's your favorite? Let us know in the comments section below. Speaking of icons gracing MLB ballparks, let's talk about Ichiro Suzuki. We definitely cannot speak about all of Ichiro's baseball greatness in just a few minutes in this video, but we will highlight as much as we can. If we were to name greatness in a person in baseball, then Ichiro is the man. At 27 years old, Ichiro made his MLB debut in 2001 with the Seattle Mariners, winning the AL Rookie of the Year award. In the course of his 19-year MLB career, Ichiro totaled 3,089 hits, 117 home runs, and 780 RBIs, with his career average never dipping below 300. Now that is one pure baseball player. This is already very impressive. Now imagine if he started his MLB career at a much younger age. Ichiro set several records impacting baseball in both NPB and MLB. Combining his 28 years in both NPB and MLB, Ichiro has 9 batting titles, 10 straight seasons of over 200 hits, being named in the All-Star games each year of those 10 seasons, 17 Golden Glove Awards, 4 MVPs, 17 MLB All-Star appearances, and 4,367 total career hits. That record is definitely hard to beat. He was the first Japanese-born position player to be signed to an MLB club and the first MLB player to enter the Japanese Baseball Hall of Fame. His dedication to baseball inspired millions of people, as even at 45 years old, Ichiro was still in the game. Ichiro was also a fantastic thrower and outfielder. Aside from all his stacked-up awards and records, Ichiro also won a Fielding Bible Award as the best fielding MLB right fielder. In the Mariners' 8th game, Ichiro showcased his magnificent throwing arm, which was dubbed the Throw by the Japanese media. Watch him throw something out of Star Wars. Ichiro was super talented, and not only did Japanese fans love him, but he was also adored worldwide, increasing the MLB audience. While he was with the Seattle Mariners, every Mariners game was broadcasted on Japanese TV channels, and you could see Japanese people wearing the Mariners baseball caps. Ichiro was so loved that even Japanese tourists that were not baseball fans would come to Seattle just to see Ichiro play, impacting Japanese tourism in Seattle by bringing thousands of Japanese tourists to Seattle for over 12 years. Eventually, people called this the Ichiro effect. Japanese fans are one hella loyal people, supporting one of their own even if it means traveling 6,000 miles just to see them play. He is one legendary icon. Hideki Matsui had a nickname Godzilla, which we must say is very befitting. The man was a beast as he hit with so much power. Matsui played in NPB in Japan and was recognized as one of the greatest sluggers in NPB history. But do you think NPB is more competitive than the AAA league? Let us know in the content section. Before moving on to the United States to play in the major leagues, Matsui already had an impressive .304, .413, .582 with 332 homers, winning 3 Central League MVPs and 1 Japan Series MVP in over 10 seasons with the Yomiuri Giants. Matsui was the first Yankee to hit a grand slam at his first game in the stadium during the Yankees' 2003 home opener. With 7 seasons with the New York Yankees as an outfielder, Matsui hit 140 home runs, and in 2009, before retiring from MLB, he won a World Series ring and became the first Japanese-born player to ever win the World Series MVP after hitting 615 and 3 homers against the Phillies. He also led the Yankees to the World Championship by hitting 3 home runs and 8 RBIs. Matsui was also regarded as an Iron Man for the Yankees for playing 518 consecutive games in his first 4 seasons in MLB, which is still an unbroken record for any MLB player to start his career. He was inducted into the Japanese Hall of Fame in 2018 and remained a hero and source of motivation to other Japanese baseball players aspiring to make a name for themselves. After dominating the NPB for 7 years between 1999 and 2006, Matsuzaka made his MLB debut with the Red Sox in December 2006. In his first season in 2007, he dominated with a strong rookie campaign with 201 strikeouts in 204 2/3 innings. And in the postseason, helped the Red Sox win their second World Series title, making him the first Japanese-born pitcher to win a World Series game. In 2008, Matsuzaka posted a 2.90 ERA and 8.3 strikeouts per 9 innings, finishing fourth in AL Cy Young Award voting. In 2009, Matsuzaka was named the MVP of the 2009 World Baseball Clinic, making it his second consecutive Classic MVP award. In 2014, Matsuzaka returned to NPB after 8 years in MLB and retired in December 2021. Little fun fact, did you know that Ichiro surprised Matsuzaka at his retirement ceremony in Japan? It was such a heartwarming moment. Matsuzaka and Ichiro's impact on baseball in Japan and the United States cannot be overemphasized. They have paved the way for many more undisputable talents. There's no way there will be a discussion about the impacts of Japanese players in MLB that Shohei Ohtani will not be mentioned. A rule was literally created with the certainty of being valid for up to 5 years just because of him. While in MPB, Ohtani became a 2-time Pacific League pitcher, best 9 in 2015 and 2016. Also in 2016, he won the designated hitter Best 9 award, making him the first player in MPB's history to ever win awards as both a pitcher and a hitter. When he made his debut with the Angels in 2018, he definitely brought the same energy to MLB. In his first season in 2018, Ohtani was named Rookie of the Year with a batting average of .285, 22 home runs, 61 RBIs, and 10 stolen bases. His performance in the 2021 season has been considered the best ever for a two-way player. At the end of the season, Ohtani nailed it, both on the mound and at the plate, by smashing .257, .372, .592, .965 OPS, 46 home runs, 100 RBI, 9-2, 9.18 ERA, 1,090 WHIP, 156K, 130.1 IP. What a dynamite. In 2022, he made more exploits and has gone from being named in the All-Star selections as a hitter and pitcher to being the face of MLB. The rule known as the Ohtani rule allows a pitcher who is in the lineup as a hitter to stay in the game as a designated hitter, even if he's removed from the mound. This rule gives Ohtani the liberty to effectively being 2 All-Stars in one player. Shohei is a motivation to not only Japanese, but also kids in the United States that there is a possibility of being a two-way baseball player and being a superstar at both. Of all the pitchers in MLB today, Yu Darvish stands out to be the most unique, interesting, and creative pitchers in the game. In MLB, about 92% of pitchers in MLB have thrown an average of 4 different pitch types. About 4% of the MLB pitchers have been seen to throw 7 or more pitch types, with only 11 pitchers having thrown 8 or more. Sitting on a mountain right on top of all these statistics, we have Yu Darvish, who has thrown over 9 pitch types, some of which cannot even be classified by MLB, as they have no classifications yet. Basically, Darvish is an inventor of pitch types. Despite the controversies surrounding his name, Darvish was an outstanding pitcher in Japan, winning the Eiji Sawamura Award as the best pitcher, 2 Gold Glove Awards, and a 5-time All-Star selection in Japan. Darvish made his MLB debut with the Texas Rangers in 2012. Following season, he led the AL in strikeouts with 277 and finished second in Cy Young voting. Darvish is a 4-time All-Star and the fastest pitcher in MLB to reach 500 and 1,000 strikes. In 2020, Darvish was the best pitcher in the NL, won 5 of his 6 starts, had the 5th lowest walk rate of the 48 qualified starters in baseball 2020, and threw 46% of his pitches for strikes, which was the 4th highest percentage of the qualified starters. Basically, an excellent pitcher. Let us know in the comments which Japanese player you think has made an enormous impact in MLB. Be sure to check out more incredible baseball videos at Baseball Plus. See you there.